Continuing to fill questions for usmle, I have a student asking from within our Telegram group, how should we organize our study days during dedicated period while doing UWorld, nbmes, etc.? So a question about dedicated, how could you go up, by the way, 20, 30, 40 points, holy shit, during dedicated? How can we optimize your prep 2, 4, 6 weeks out? Okay, many of you varying lengths of time from usmle, but the point of consolidation is how can we get you a max score augmentation, even for step 1 pass fail exam, but regardless, how do we get you a max score augmentation for step 1 and 2 prior to usmle during dedicated? I'll give you a very clean, consolidated answer here. Before we get started, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Give the video a like. Really appreciate it. Find me on Instagram at mehlman_medical. mehlman_medical. Links down below. Find me on Telegram. Links to the Telegram group and channel down below. And I'll start the clip. So dedicated would be, in my view, the time period after you finish UWorld and now you've commenced the nbme content, whether that's the actual full-length nbme forms, free 120, or the clinical master series forms for 2ck. So it's the time frame between when you finish UWorld and the real deal that you're doing all that nbme content. And of course, 2, 4, 6 weeks out, varying lengths of time. I'd say in general, the final month, what you should be doing is, as I just fucking said, all of that nbme content. Okay, and I've made many clips discussing this, that after you finish UWorld, for step 1, I want you going through NBMEs 20 through 24, then you're going to do free 120, then you're going to do 25 through 30. Some students get very fucking emotional about when they're going to be doing free 120. Some students want to do that last. It's a bad fucking idea in my view. I think you should do free 120 before the online NBMEs, because the aim is to maximize your score on each online NBME form. It's not a crisis. But as I just said, students get emotional about free 120. It's just an observation of mine. So for 2ck, you're going to finish UWorld. You're going to do all the clinical master series forms, just 44 forms. And then you're going to do offline NBME 6 through 8. You're going to do free 120. You're going to do a double pass of all the CMS forms. Then you're going to do online forms 9 through 12. Now, once again, many of you varying lengths of time from your exam. If you are very close to the step 1 and your scores are borderline in particular, I want you going through my high yield arrows PDF, right? Made many clips talking about this. High yield arrows, very fucking excellent PDF. It rules in. It's highly specific for you passing the step 1. It's got all of the most important information in there. Very fucking excellent use of your time, okay, to make sure that you've got your safety net in place and that you're not going to fuck up easy shit where you could potentially get a fail out of it. It's a long fucking discussion, but high yield arrows is absolutely vital to do during dedicated. Now look, the student nevertheless, okay, we're trying to discuss a lot of information here. The student nevertheless wants some sort of structure. How can we organize our study days during dedicated? I want it to be where the bulk of your study day is going to be all of the nbme content. You're going to memorize all of that nbme material. I made many clips talking about this. So you're going to memorize all the nbme content, maybe 6 to 8 hours during the day, and then in the evenings I want you to do my PDFs for consolidation. Recognize that at the end of the day, although my PDFs are extremely helpful, yes, the language of the exam is still questions. So the bulk of your kinetic score augmentation is going to come from really wrapping your head around, whipping through all that NBME content. Okay, you need to massively increase your question load. All of that nbme content, I want you loading that into your pre-conscious state, not just because you're going to get the repeats, but also when all that info is sitting in your pre-conscious, you're able to make good gut decisions on the real deal when you encounter novel questions you're not entirely sure about. You know the deal. I'm going to continue to make more content. If you like my stuff, subscribe to my channel. And I appreciate your time. That's it.